Hi guys, good day, it's me, Teacher MJ. Our topic for today class, it's all about the law of cosines, and we're told to find the unknown in each triangle, and then we're going to round off the answer to the nearest degree. So without further ado, let's do this topic. So I will give you two examples class for you to really understand this one class, and we'll be answering this one class step by step. Once again class, if this video helps, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. Now, this is already part 2 of our video class. The part 1 of our video, we actually solved class the law of cosines using SAS, given two sides, and then one included angle. The angle is in between the two sides. Now, in today's video class, we'll be focusing on SSS, given three sides. So, example, I have given triangle, and then given three sides. You have this side given, this side is given, and then this side is given. You have given three sides. Given three sides, that would be SSS. Alright, so this will be the formula for the law of cosines. We have a squared equals b squared plus c squared minus 2bc cosine angle A. We also have b squared equals a squared plus c squared minus 2ac cosine angle B. We also have c squared equals a squared plus b squared minus 2ab cosine angle C. So let's start with example number 1. We're told to find this theta. And then we have given this side, that would be 47 millimeters. And then we have given this side 35 millimeters. And then given this side 39 millimeters. Now, the problem class with regards to number 1, we don't have the value of A, B, and C. So therefore class, we assume any letters for this one for A, B, and then C. For angle A, angle B, and then angle C. So if this is your angle A, opposite of this angle A, that would be side A. Once again, class, this is A. If this is your angle A, opposite, that would be side A. We will be assuming, class, for letters for this angle. Because we don't have the value of A, B, and C. You need to assume, class, A, B, and C. Angle A, angle B, and then angle C. If this is your angle A, assuming angle A, opposite, that would be side A. If this is your angle B, this one right here, opposite, that would be side B. So therefore, B is 39. If this is your angle C, opposite of angle C, that would be side C. So C is equal to 35. Now, I have a question, class. Can I put A right here, class? Just an example, class. If I will be putting A right here, angle A will be here. Okay? And then angle B will be here. And then angle C will be here. Of course, class, the opposite of angle A, this B, a while ago, if this is your angle A, always remember that one, class. Opposite of angle A, it should be small a. Always side A. Opposite of angle B, that would be side B. Opposite of angle C, that would be side C. Now, question, class. Can I do this one, class? Can I interchange the angles a while ago? Can I make this one as A? And then can I make this one as B? And then can I make this one as C? Is that okay, class? Yup, class, that's actually okay, class. Therefore, class, it's up to you, class, which do you prefer. Just remember that one, class, if this is your angle A, opposite of angle A, it's always side A. Opposite of this angle A, it's always side A. Opposite of angle C, it's always side C. Opposite of angle B, it's always side B. Okay, once again, class, just remember that one, class. Opposite of angle A, side A. Opposite of angle B, side B. Now, I have a question, class. Is it necessary, class, that C should be greater than A? Check this one out, class. Side C, 47 millimeters, is greater than 39 millimeters, right? C is greater than A. C is greater than B. Now, question, class, I have a question. Is it necessary, class, that C is greater than A? Nope, class, it's not necessary, class. Once again, class, it's not necessary, class. It could have A greater than C. A greater than C, that's okay, class. Okay, once again, class, A is greater than C, that's okay. A is greater than B, that's okay, class. It's not necessary, class, for the law of sines and then the law of cosines. Remember this one, class. In the law of cosines, A, B, and C do not have to follow any size order. What matters is consistency. Side A is the opposite to angle A. Side B is the opposite to angle B. Side C is the opposite to angle C. Always remember that one, class. Any size order doesn't matter. As long, class, opposite of angle A, that would be side A. Opposite of angle B, that would be side B. Opposite of angle C, it's always side C. Alright, so we can have this one. Angle C, opposite side C. Angle A, opposite side A. Angle B, opposite side B. Alright, and then we're looking for this angle right here. We're looking for angle B. So we're looking for, once again class, we're looking for angle B. This theta right here, this is our angle B. We assume that this theta will be angle B. So therefore, we'll be using this formula because we're looking for angle B. So we will be using this formula, cosine and then B. Alright, let's do that. So let me just copy the formula class since we don't have enough space. So once again, we will be using this one class because we have the value of B, right? We have side B. Yep, we have side A. We have side C. Alright, we have A, we have C, and then we don't have angle B. We only have one unknown, therefore we will be using this formula. Alright, so that would be B squared equals A squared plus C squared minus 2 AC cosine and then B, cosine B. Alright, let's do that. Let's do it step by step. The value of B, that would be 35 millimeters. Ignore first the units. Simply substitute the value of B, that would be 35. Ignore the units first. So 35, open and close parentheses, and then squared equals the value of A, that would be 39. 39, open and close, and then squared. Alright, plus the value of C. So that would be 47, open and close, and then squared, minus 2. Once again, if you have AC, the variable are close to each other, it means multiplication. So 2 times A times C. 2 times A, that would be 39, times C, that would be 47. And then copy cosine angle B. We don't have the value of angle B, copy cosine angle B. Alright, and then simply use your calculator. Do it step by step. So this will be 35 squared. Once again, it doesn't mean 35 times 2. It means you multiply 35 by itself twice. That would be 35 times 35. So 35 times 35. That would be 1,225 equals. And then 39 times 39. Do it step by step class. 39 times 39. Do it step by step. 1521 plus 47 times 47. That would be 2,209. And then simply multiply this one. So negative 2 times 39 times 47. So you will have negative 3666. And then cosine angle B. Do it step by step class. Just simply do it step by step. So simply combine this one. So this will be 1225, copy, 1225 equals, once again class, you can never combine this one class because this number, negative 3666, contains variable. We have variable cosine B. So therefore, you can never combine this one class. Just simply combine this one, the numbers class. Simply combine the numbers. Do not combine this one class. Example class 1521 plus 2209 minus 3666. Nope. You will commit mistake class. You can never combine this one class because this number contains variable. We have cosine B. Okay, we have cosine B. Therefore, this number contains variable. You can never combine this one class. Simply combine the numbers class. This one right here. Alright, so this will be 1521 plus, do it step by step, plus 2209. So this will be 3730 and then copy, simply copy class. Minus 3666 cosine and then angle B. Alright, and then next step, simply transpose this one from right to left so that we can combine all numbers, or you can subtract both sides by negative 3730 so that you can cancel this out. You can do this one plus 1225 minus 3730 is equal to 3730 minus 3730 minus 366 and then cosine B. You can do that one class. Applying subtraction property of equality. 366 cosine B. You can do this one class. Subtract both sides by 3730. Question, sir, why do we need to subtract both sides by 3730? So that class you can cancel this out. And the remaining expression will be only this one. This negative 3666 cosine B. But it will be quite confusing class, so therefore, just simply transpose this one class. Simply transpose this one from right to left. And once you transfer from this equal sign, you change the sign. Question, sir, why do we need to transpose this one from right to left? so that plus you can combine all numbers. Because this is a number and then this is a number. Simply transpose this one. Once you transfer, you change the sign. So this will be 1225. This is positive. It will become negative 3730. Copy equal sign, and then simply copy this one. Do not change the sign of negative 3666 because negative 3666 is still on the right of this equal sign. We only transpose 3730. So this is positive. It will become negative. Simply copy this one. Alright, do it step by step. Subtract this one, class. 1225 minus 3730. So you will have negative 2505 is equal to, so we have negative 3666 cosine B. So simply divide this one. Divide both sides by negative 3666. Question, sir, why do we need to divide both sides by negative 3666? So that plus you can cancel this out and the remaining expression will be only cosine angle B. Alright, so simply use your calculator. So this will be negative 2505 divide 3, negative, there's negative right here. We have negative 3666. And the answer is, we have positive because negative divided by negative, that would be positive. Negative divided by negative, it will become positive. So we have, the answer, class, is, we have 0.68330. So once again, we need to have at least 4 decimals. Once again, that's in trigonometry. If this is not yet your final answer, it's better to have class 4 decimals so that you are near to the exact value. So after 3, that would be 0. Simply copy 3 equals and then copy cosine B. Alright, almost done, class. Almost done. And to get the value of angle B, simply divide by cosine. Divide by cosine. Divide by cosine. Cancel this out. Alright, and then you simply put this cosine on the top. Once you put this cosine on the top, it will be inverse cosine. Because understood that cosine, it has an exponent of 1, right? Any expression, any number, understood that there's an exponent of 1. Now, once you put this 1 on the top, this exponent, positive 1, it will become negative 1. And we call that one inverse cosine. Once you put this cosine on the top, this positive exponent, it will become negative exponent. We call that one inverse cosine. So this will be inverse cosine and then copy the decimal. So we don't have enough space, class. We don't have enough space. So this will be, okay, put this one on the top and that would be inverse cosine. Okay, cosine raised to the power of negative 1. Copy the decimal 0.6833 and then equals angle B. Alright, simply use your calculator to finalize our answer. So we have shift and then cosine 0.6833. Alright, and then we will have 46.897 degrees. So this will be 46.897 degrees. Now, we're told to round off our answer to the nearest degree. So therefore, 46.89. So therefore, 89 is greater than 0.50. 89 is greater than 0.50. Therefore, our final answer, there will be 47 degrees. So once again, class, 89 is greater than 0.5. 0.50. Therefore, we should round up. This 46, it will become 47. And that's it, class. That's the answer, class, with regards to example number 1. Quite complicated, right? For example number 1. That's the answer, class, for example number 1. Alright, all set for number 1, the theta. That would be 47 degrees. All set. Alright, so let's proceed now to example number 2. I will give you 2 example, class, and then you will have your activity later on. Alright, so let's have example number 2. Alright, so let's proceed now to example number 2. We're told to find the measure of angle C, and then we have given triangle ABC. Alright, so we have given this side. Once again, if this is your angle A, opposite of angle A, this one right here, this will be side A. So this will be A. And then opposite of angle C, this one right here. Opposite of this angle C, there would be C. So this will be C. Opposite of angle B, this one right here, there would be small b or side B. Alright, so our A, there would be 9.1. meters. So we have decimal 9.1 meters. And then the value of C, there will be 8.3 meters. The value of B, there will be 8.3 meters. And then the value of C, opposite of angle C, this one right here, the value of C, there will be 4.1 meters. Alright, so let's have a decimal. Alright, so let's do that. We're looking for this angle, angle C. So therefore, we'll be using this formula because we're looking for angle C. So therefore, we need to use this formula. Because we have C, we have A, we have B. We have A, we have B, and then we don't have C. We have this one, we have this one, this one, this one, and then this one. But we don't have the value of C. We only have one unknown, therefore, we'll be using this formula. Alright, so we don't have enough space, because let me just write that one. This formula again. We'll be answering in this part. So we have C squared equals, we have given A squared plus B squared minus this one to given 2AB cosine and then angle C. Alright, so we have given C. That will be 4.9 meters. So 4.9 meters. So very easy class for number 2. Because A, B, and C are already labeled on the given triangle. So C is 4.9 meters. So 4.9 meters. We ignore first the units. Ignore first the units class. Because we'll be confused with regards to the units. Because meters times meters, that will be meter square. So therefore, ignore first the units. So 4.9 and then squared equals the value of A. Do it step by step. 9.1. And then ignore first the units. 9.1 meters. Ignore the units. Meters. B. That would be 8.3. And then squared minus 2 times the value of A. That would be 9.1. Okay, do it step by step. 9.1 times the value of B. 8.3. And then copy cosine angle C. Alright, simply use your calculator. Once again, it's not 4.9 times 2. It means 4.9 times 4.9. Alright, and that would be 24.01 is equal to, so 9.1 times 9.1 times 9.1. That would be 82.81 plus 8.3 times 8.3. So that would be 68.89. And then simply multiply this one, negative 2. Okay, or you can have this one, negative 2 times 9.1 times 8.3. So you will have negative 151.06 cosine angle C. Alright, so combine this one. Once again, class, do not combine this one because this number contains variable cosine C. So never combine this one because we can only combine this one. The following number. So copy 24.01 equals, combine this one, 82.81 plus 2.81 plus 68.89. So you will have 151.7. Copy this one, minus 151.06 cosine angle C. Alright, and then simply transpose this one from right to left. Question, sir, why do we need to transpose? So that you can combine all numbers. So this will be 24.01. We transpose this one. This is positive. It will become negative 151.7. Once you transfer from this equal sign, you change the sign. This is positive. It will become negative 151.7 equals, copy this one, negative 151.06 cosine angle C. And then simply subtract 24.01 minus 151.7. So you will have negative 127.69 equals, copy this one, negative 151.06 cosine angle C. Alright, I hope you're still following, class. Do it step by step. Next step, so that we can get the value of cosine C or angle C, divide both sides by 151.06. Question, sir, why do we need to divide both sides by negative 151.06? So that you can cancel that out. Negative 151.06. Cancel that out. So simply use your calculator. 127.69 divide negative 151.06. And then you will have 0.0.84529. So once again, class, since this is not yet our final answer, we need to have at least 4 decimals. So after 2, that would be 9. So this will be 5.3. After 2, that's 9. That would be 5.3. 5.3 equals copy cosine C. And then to get the value of angle C, simply divide both sides by cosine, divide by cosine, cancel this out. Alright, and then C, we don't have enough space, class. Alright, so C, okay, so C is equal to, so put it on the top. So put this cosine on the top, and that would be inverse cosine. Once you put this one on the top, that would be inverse cosine. We don't have enough space, class. Let me just write it here. So we don't have enough space. 5.3 cosine equals cosine, and then we divide that one, right? Cosine, alright? So once again, we divide both sides by cosine, cancel that out. Now, once you put this one on the top, and that would be inverse cosine. Okay, that would be cosine raised to the power of negative 1. Understood that the exponent here is 1. Any variable, class, any letter, any number, understood, class, the exponent is positive 1. Now, once you put this one on the top, this is positive 1. Once you transfer this one on the numerator, the positive sign, class, it will become negative. This positive 1, it will become negative 1. And we call that one inverse cosine. So, inverse cosine, and then copy 0.8453 equals angle C. So, simply use our calculator, cosine, inverse cosine, shift, and then cos, that would be cos raised to the power of negative 1, 0.8453. 8453 is equal to, so we have, so C we have 32.295. So 32.295 is equal to C. So we need to have at least 2 decimals. Let's have 2 decimals. 32 point after 9. That would be 5. So this will be 0. And then 1. This will be 30. Once again, after 9, that would be 5. So this 9 becomes 10. This becomes 10. So add 1. That would be 30. 32.30 degrees equals angle C. But once again, in our question, we're going to round up our answer to the nearest degree. Nearest degree, class. This one right here. Now, since this is 30 degrees, therefore, we need to have 32 only because this is not 0.50, not greater than 0.50. If this is 0.54, therefore, that would be 33. Now, since this is only 0.30, therefore, we cannot round up. Simply copy 32. Therefore, the answer, that would be 32 degrees. Once again, class, this is just 0.30. If this is just as example, guys, if this is 0.70, 0.52, 0.61, greater than 50, 0.50, therefore, we can round up. Now, since this is 0.30 only, simply copy 32 degrees because we're going to round up our answer to the nearest degree. So, therefore, angle C is equal to 32 degrees. And then we're all set, class. All set. That's the answer, class, with regards to example number 2. Alright, now how about you try this one, class? Example number 3. You find the measure of angle A. And then you put your answer, class, on the comment section down below. So given 9.4 centimeters for this side, 7 centimeters for this side, and then 13 centimeters for this side. You're told to find the measure of angle A. So you try this one and then you put your answer on the comment section down below. Once again, class, I hope you learned something new today. If you like this video, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. Be sure to your friends and to your classmates so that we can help more students. Once again, this is Teacher MJ. Have a great day, class. Goodbye for now. Bye-bye.